What's up, guys? How are you doing? And today we're doing the medic tier list, and this time it's for the 0.22.1. And they have been rebalanced, so a lot of the characters, a lot of the operators got changed up. Some of them got weaker, some of them got a little stronger, some of them kind of stayed the same. So we're gonna get over that for the medic, with the medic class. And to start with, we're gonna start with the recruit. The recruit obviously will be D tier, and we're not too sure what they are gonna be doing about being able to use recruits even when you're level 100. But yeah, D tier for recruits for sure. Although they are very powerful in some ways, we're not really gonna focus on the recruit because they're not really operators per se. They're just starting off training operators for when you just started the game. Next we have Dead, and Dead is actually pretty dead, to be honest. I think he has been left in the dirt and not been buffed for quite some time. He does do 29 damage for a headshot, but I don't think that's so strong. Pistol not that strong. Yeah, he's reliant on smoke, so it means that he has no lethal other than his primary and secondary weapon. Treatment. I don't find the range to be too good, to be honest. So 3 meters, having people just in front of you when you're healing is not really that strong. But I do love his health kind of being like 110, 10-ish, depending on what build you have and whatnot. But I still think that they are better operators than Dead. So Dead, I'm gonna put Dead for sure in D tier. Next we have Travnik, and Travnik is kind of in between there. His gun is actually real good, one of the highest fire rate guns in the game, and I really love playing him, to be honest. I love playing him with everything, all the skills that mainly for close quarters. It makes him very powerful. He also has flash, and he has field dressing, which means that you have to come close to the character also. No, they cannot heal themselves. None of these that I mentioned behind can heal their own self. So that includes the recruit, and Dead cannot heal their own selves, which is extremely annoying. So you always have to think about healing yourself. But I think I'm gonna put Travnik. Travnik feels like more of a between B and C, but I think I'll put him at B. Travnik will be at B. And next, move on to the another operator. We are going from left to right on the screen. We have Bard. Bard and his burst fire is actually not too bad when you actually have a proper ping and you can actually hit your shots. But I think that Bard is not really the most extreme operator right now, because he has a lethal, and the lethal is actually smoke, so he doesn't have anything really to like supplement his weapon, just in case you have to reload. You can you can throw a quick grenade or something like that. You also have the enthusiastic um ability, and it actually helps the team by giving them incoming damage reduction, everybody in the radius. He also can be like a portable healing station, but his health is not too high, being like 90. Armor can get to 40 though, but that's all right. But I think I should put him at A, because he's actually real good when you actually hit the shots with the burst fire, and you can actually do some real damage right now. Next we have Karavai. And Karavai, I always loved Karavai, played with Karavai. The AKS 74U is actually real good. I It does 32 damage for the headshot, but I still think that it's so good, and with the right scope, you can actually do massive work with him. Pistol, not so much, but pistols are never really a big thing. You also have smoke, you can actually attach it to a teammate, and that's actually it's kind of fun. But it's kind of like a troll item also. Next thing is that you can use your healing capsule, which you can throw real far. You can actually use it to kind of like trap the enemy, which is actually real good, and do a little damage to them. I actually like that. Doing about, I think, about 30 damage or so to them is actually real nice. I think Karavai is actually a strong B tier for sure. Next, we have Mikola. Mikola has been very strong earlier on in the days, but I think he kind of fell. He could also even be at A tier back in the days, but now he has kind of fell, and there have been so much operators that have been dropped and kind of pushed him back. He's still kind of there and there, making some good plays once in a while, but you can tell that he has fell from the meta by far. So Mikola, I think I'm gonna put him in B. His shotgun is all right. Being able to slow people every time you shoot them kind of gives them that sit and duck kind of effect. But yeah, that's mainly it. Unless you're not really in close proximity, you're not gonna really be doing a lot of work. So you got to be working around corners and stuff. He also has a nice stun grenade that's actually very OP, to be honest. And then he has his ability, which is that emergency care where he puts down healing station. That actually it's actually not that bad, to be honest. But I don't think a lot of people like to stay in it because I mean they want to be mobile. So you find people not really healing up to the maximum health because of that. No one really likes to stay one place in games where it's very tactical and people pushing and stuff. So I think Mikola is actually real good, and we're gonna put him in B tier. He actually fell, as I said, but still B tier is actually looking real good for him. Shots on the other hand, is actually very much one of the top guys. I think I would have put him in S tier, but they did so much changes and nerfs and stuff that I actually drop him from S tier to actually A tier, but closer to S tier. So he's an A tier, closer to S tier. That's what I meant. And yeah, his gun is amazing. I don't know what about him that really clicks when it comes to his gun. If it's because the recoil is alright, I'm not sure if it's just the range. But everything combined in that MP7 is actually amazing, to be honest. I just love using shots. His pistol, I'm not really a fan of pistols, but you know, pistols always do the little job. I think I'm gonna be skipping talking about pistols that are primarily the same, but his pistol is pretty good. We got his flash or his stun. Stun is actually good. He has about 4 of them, so you can stun 4 people, or even just keep them in a loop, just getting stunned and being annoyed, seeing that there is no diminishing returns, I think, from in the game. First aid is actually real nice. I think not being able to get poison, burn effects, bleeding effects while you have it activated, because it's activated for 30 seconds. Once you have take that little package he throws on the ground, his heals, and that's actually real good. So from Asahi being able to poison you, and bleeding effect from burning effect from your boy Fireman and Fire Girl, you're gonna be in a safe spot when it comes to playing chats. Next, we have Monk. Monk for sure has never really been boosted. He's never really been the type of operator that had been like buffed so much. And I feel like they actually neglected him for quite some time. And I really thought that he would end up getting a nice buff. But his MP7 is not too bad. 32 damage for the headshot, 16 damage for the actual shots. His pistol does 38 damage, which is above average, to be honest. The next thing is that you can actually shoot people with a pistol a couple times and actually do a bleeding effect. I think it's about 3 times, and you will do a bleeding effect. That's actually real nice. He has smoke, which is unfortunate, but I guess when it comes to a healer, you really need to have smoke to jump for the heals. He got injection. He can actually give you a little injection. I don't know why they call it injection, because you don't really need to be next to the person to hit them. But it has a little bit of an area effect, about 10 meters, I think. And you can actually give them a little speed boost. Wherever you actually heal can get a little speed boost, stamina boost. It just kind of works. It just kind of works, to be honest. But at the end of the day, I think he lacks just being able to do that sheer damage. The damage drop off, I think, is what's really bugging him. But he's all right. But I think, unfortunately, I'll have to put him in C tier because he's not really doing extremely well, but he is doing all right. So I think I'm going to put him in C tier. Next, we have Bones. Bones, they have given her a nice little nerf. They nerfed her hip fire, and most of the operators got nerfed, so that's not a problem. I think they nerfed her body. So body now cannot heal as much people because it will take now 50%. So you can now only pick up 2% if your drone is at 100%. The gun is still amazing. Everything about a kit from since the last tier list has been still amazing. Body's the only one that really got the nerf. They fixed the drones, I think, so they work actually a lot better in pathing. So Bones is actually still at S tier. I don't know why they would even want to take her out from there. If in case you had her in S tier in your mind, there's no way she's moving from there right now. They gotta give her another nerf. Next, we have Watson. And Watson, for sure, I never really liked Watson as much. I played with him, got a ton of good plays. But at the end of the day, Watson is just not your average average exceller, to be honest. I put Watson at D. And I think I probably had him at D, maybe in my other tier list. But yeah, I put him at D. And though you can make some good plays with him, I just don't think it's enough to really just not enough. The mines can do a lot of work. I think as a healer, the healing form is pretty good, being able to heal someone to get damage and reduction. But sometimes I just feel like you're just having me in a cage and I can't really move. And sometimes I want to move from where I am most of the time. Being able to not heal from a distance can really throw you off. Just even waiting for his heals sometimes is pretty bad. And he has in a Remington 870 shotgun with slugs. He's probably the best bet in the first place. And anything else using is just pretty much on the D tier, unless you're really using slugs. So let's move from Watson and let's go to Spark. Spark is pretty fun. I've been playing Spark and doing a lot of little plays with him. I really enjoy playing Spark. The Mark 10 is basically like Travnik's gun. Pretty much Travnik's gun, which means that you're gonna be dishing out a lot of damage in a little bit of time though. I love his gun. I love the gun. I think that the 3D scopes have been making the game a little bit weird to play. I think they need to fix it up and it's kind of a little bit buggy, I guess. But after they fix that, it will be alright. The defibrillator straight from Battlefield, being able to heal someone on a pinch or revive them on a pinch is actually real good. So you can try to revive them the normal way, or you can use the defibs on them, which is actually pretty good. You can charge it up first, actually, and you can actually get some kills with the defib if you work with a build that actually adds damage to it, which I did. Chain heal, that's extremely sweet. I ain't gonna lie, that's an extremely sweet ability, being able to heal multiple people at a time. So you can actually heal all three of us at a time by having these two little bounces. I think that's actually real nice, actually. That's a nice little tech right there. Nice addition. I mean, chain healing, it was already with Shishore, so we're not gonna say that it's a new tech, but it's something that just dropped and I really like it. And I think Spark is actually A tier. Spark is A tier. And I think he's gonna be a good asset to the team, good asset in rank also. You can also restore your own health if you didn't know, and that's actually real good to top it off. Next we have Velo. Velo is actually one of those amazing operators that I just can't put down. Not because he has that nice funny looking hair, but it's because he has the P90, and P90s do very well in most games I have been playing, and in Caliber he does exceptionally well with the P90. It's very accurate. I'm telling you, it's very accurate. With that build, say, I know you guys are probably thinking about adding the layer. What's its name again? Extra layer perk with him, but it doesn't work with him if you already have the bar, because the max you can actually get with your armor is actually 100, and you actually can get 100. So you can't use the extra layer to get the extra 20. So I know you guys probably was thinking about that, but his gun is extremely good. Extremely good. He gets up to 105 HP with 100 armor. 100 armor, which is actually excellent for just ranked on a whole. Next thing is that his patch ability, where you throws down the bag, you can actually throw that for 2 people at a time. Actually in rank, you can actually give almost your whole team, other than yourself. You're the only one that has to wait a little bit of seconds, but you can give your whole team a bag before the round actually starts. So it means that your whole team will have extra armor on the start of every match, which is extremely good, or every round, might I say, which is actually extremely good, to be honest. I think he's at S tier, and I don't think he's moving until he gets a real big of a nerf. Next, we have Shishiri. Shishiri is one of those guys. I don't want to say guy. I mean, you're in the military, but one of those girls guys that actually does a little damage, but her kit actually makes up for it. I think that the damage on a damage model on a MTAR is not too bad, and it actually is pretty good when you have the right skin, the right scope. I'm kind of sad that not every skin has the ability to rotate scopes in it. But yeah, if you have the right skin, you get the right scope, which is weird for saying for the Game Boy. It's hard to explain. Skins come with different scopes that you're not able to get in the base game. And yeah, she does a decent damage. Damage drop off is pretty good. Jericho pistol, pretty bad, but she have an ammo pouch, so if she wants, she can give herself some ammo. She run out of ammo. Also, if in case your teammate, which is rare, wants an ammo pouch, which will actually refill his special gear. So if he has a launcher or whatever, he can get one of those. It's extremely overpowered when you can give someone an extra launcher to do some work. Obviously she's B tier. The chain effect is actually not that bad. You can actually heal up Almers and just have him like a big ass tank pushing up on the enemy. To be honest, him with his ability activated actually is a killer. So I think that she's gonna be a beast with the right operators playing as a team together with her. Next we have Miguel. Miguel for sure is dead. Miguel for sure has dead. He has been nerfed pretty wild. I think that even the burden effect kind of does really nothing anymore. I think having him really and playing as a team will work out to be better than anything else. But at the same time, his damage on his main fire doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't really add up, and I don't really even die much by Miguel's anymore. I think his injection pistol actually is still good, so being able to clutch revive somebody is still going to make a good play. They fix up the drone, so now you can choose who you wanted to go and heal instead of it just going being random people and not going for the person that you would actually wanted to go and heal. And sometimes I'm just looking at the drone and be like, this guy is who needs the heal. I'm just like 20 HP from getting full heal and you're coming to heal me. And I'm like, I didn't really need that. Although I need the heal, but I don't really need it right now. And this guy was like on too little HP and it's not like flying to him. So it's kind of irritating on that whole, but Miguel is actually pretty much a C tier. And I could put him even lower, but you know, I'm feeling a bit good today. Buggy for sure. Buggy has completely dropped from where I really wanted him to be. I think that his gun was so good early in the days, and it was so powerful, but now it's like pretty much an average weapon with a lot of recoil right now. Even with thermal coating, it still feels kind of bad. But I think his iron curtain is still pretty impressive. Being able to just deplete for that huge radius, deplete projectiles that are coming, grenades, rocket launchers and stuff. That's still pretty good. That's actually amazing. An amazing special gear. He also has his ability to heal, and sometimes I feel that it's the cooldown is actually sometimes too high for it. For the amount of healing and how long you'll have to stay in it. It does a little damage to people who come inside of it, but there's not much to really make it so impressive. I think that he's pretty good at C right now. He's healing. It just lacks a little bit. But his HP up to 160 armor, I think that's pretty worth it. But he's just not on my go-to list right now, like how we used to be like before. Caval is actually pretty nice as a solo op. 33 damage, 12 shots per second. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like his grenade, his stun grenade. It kind of disorients the player and inflicts suppression and stuff. So it's actually pretty much one of those grenades that have extra effects to it. And I think that it actually works pretty good. The thing that I don't like about Caval is just being able to heal people just from like a few feet away. That's kind of annoying. But the nice thing is that he can heal himself. Healing yourself is actually always great, so you can always invest in another perk or another skill. So something like homeostatic serum, you can now use that instead of having to use maybe self-treatment, or just running around with heals instead of stems. But his pistol is alright, 38 damage for the headshot. That's pretty much about it. His HP and his armor is not really that impressive. It's 40 armor, but it's 80 HP. But homeostatic serum obviously will kind of fix that, which I always recommend you put in. So yeah, Caval is pretty much C. So Caval is C. Freya, on the other hand, got a massive nerf. Can no longer heal the way he used to heal. Now it now heals in increments, which is extremely bad right now. His gun has always had this weird kind of spread that everybody hated. It was pretty hard to manage, and even the top guys were saying that he just couldn't work without his amazing heal, because his heal can actually be from anywhere on the map. You can heal someone, which was actually pretty good. But now that he heals in like an increment, it actually changes everything, because there is like a whole, I think it's like a whole 5 seconds to heal. That's a lot, rather than just having the instant heal like how it used to be before. But now it's like increments heal, which is actually pretty bad right now. So his skit kind of died because his gun wasn't so amazing. I know that they destroyed his heal. He actually can get a little stem and run a little speed, a little movement boost, 25% and stuff. But I still think that's not that I always mistake it anyways, so I don't really think that it's way up there to really rank it anyways. But his biostimulant was actually all right, but we just lost taste in him right now, so you can't really rate him. Yo Wang. Yo Wang is actually he's like a rising star right now. I think he was always up there for me in my tier list, and he's still up there because he has one of the best EMP grenades in the game. Literally makes you rage and makes you want to close out the game. You get stunned and you literally can't move. Been playing the finals, and it's basically the same thing when you get stunned by the lights with the stun guns. Now they actually buffed his healing plate. Now you can actually put a heal on all your teammates from the start of the match, which is very impressive. I think that his main gun is still not the best when it comes to damage itself, but I think it's somewhere close. It's kind of making waves right now, I would say, because it has 50 rounds in the magazine. And I think you just have to play a little bit more, I think, passive rather than pushing every single thing, and you get some good plays. So Yowan obviously is in A. Yowan is in A. Lastly, we have Asai. And Asai has been doing a lot of things for me. I've been getting a ton of good plays with Asai, and I think that he is actually pretty good when he's in his natural habitat, which is close quarters, and just being able to help your team by healing them, even when they're around the corner or hiding behind a platform or whatever it may be, because the heals can actually go through walls to a certain amount. I think it's almost a meter at the back of the wall, so you can actually heal your teammates even though they are behind a wall, behind something that's in front of them that they can bipod on. I have no idea what things that it can go through, in terms of, let's say, it can go through metal, or it can only go through wall alone, but I think it mainly goes through everything that I tried it on. So the double barrel is very extremely good. I think that you can either shoot both of them at the same time, or you can shoot one at the same one and actually do a little bit of a bleed. So the bleed is the one that actually like the most. I think that sometimes shooting one and going into a reload is actually extremely annoying majority of the time. So I don't think that I would trade being able to hit them the two shots for just the one where you can miss and give them the bleed. Um, his heals, obviously, his heals is not that powerful, but you have to shoot a lot of times. I think it kind of makes you like tunnel vision trying to heal teammates and stuff. But at the same time, I think that it's still worth it, being able to heal them even behind the wall, behind the barrier, and stuff like that. His Q ability just reloads it, reloads the healing launcher, and that's pretty much it. But I think with the damage that he can dish out with his double barrel when playing in the right maps and just playing the right way with him, you can actually be very dominant. So I think I'm gonna put him in the S tier. And yeah, that's it for the tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Made it a little bit shorter so you guys don't have like a whole 30 minutes. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.